Welcome back, Israel, to your Caribou Data Science channel. Today is okay. I'm sorry, my mind continues to wander a little bit, Israel. So the news is apparently a mixed bag as far as COVID-19 in Israel. Someone was saying, well, while the border is closed to individuals, okay, they are allowing groups in. Can you confirm that for me, please? Anyway, before we get started, a couple favors asked. First of all, of course, you know the first part of the drill, right? Click the subscribe button, click the like button for the video, and then click the share button. Share the video on Facebook and Twitter, Instagram, and maybe also on emails and text messages. Third and fourth and fifth. If you're interested in our program and in data analytics, join me tonight on Twitch at 8 p.m. New York time for Dave's Data Analytics live stream. There's a link to my Twitch stream in the description below, and right below that you see a link to my Twitter account. I would appreciate it if you folks would go on Twitter, follow the link on Twitter, and click the follow button on Twitter. I currently have 3 or 4 uh, followers. What is it? Okay, you can see I currently have 4 followers. Uh, It'd be great to get that up to 50 or even 100. Uh, that's sort of an open forum. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be posting there yet, but if you click the follow button, you'll be notified whenever I do get a report. Let's try some. Let me just take a brief detour here. Oh, I do have it up there. Okay. Okay, so let's get on with the show now. Let's fire up the daily report. No, first of all, let's fire up our vaccine report for Israel for today. Suffice it to say that your numbers are just like crazy, crazy long or crazy long. So what you can see here is that currently uh, you've administered 15.5, 15.6 million doses. And what you can see here of those doses, uh, 6.1 million have received a single dose, and 5.7 million have been fully vaccinated. Now, the UN and a couple other international good agencies have set a goal of 40% worldwide vaccination rate as of December 31st, 2020. I think that's pretty much ridiculous. We never had a chance of achieving that. Because anyway, you can see, Israel, that the first question is why 40%? What does that 40% represent? Is that the point? So the UN and World Organization people had 40% single dose first vaccination rate worldwide, well, the countries. Well, where do you come up with the 40% at? That's the question. Why not 30% then? Do you actually have some models or proof that 40% single vaccination rate makes a difference? Okay. So anyways, well, you've had 70.2% single dose vaccination rate, first shot vaccination rate, and 64.6% full vaccination rate, whether that's one or two shots. Now, what you can see here, these are cumulative total cases, and you can see you had a leveling off during the summer, then a big increase beginning in July for cases. Deaths are pretty much the same story. You know, you had a level off here up to this point, it was just continuously upward. Now, also, but don't be misled about this. These numbers are cumulative totals. So these numbers can do one or two things. They can go up or they can flatten out. Okay. So that takes care of your first part of your report today, Israel. Let's take a look at your numbers now. Okay, Israel, currently you have 1.3 million cases. Okay. 7,897 deaths. Now, if you look over here, you can see that we got this. Okay, so you can see that despite a high vaccination rate, your cases have almost doubled. Okay. So you can still see that your cases double over. I'm sorry, my mind is wandering for some reason or other, which happens a lot. Anyway, so you can see more than double the number of cases for 2020. Now the question is, how many of these people here were fully vaccinated? Deaths, you can see your deaths have already passed 2020 deaths. But how many of these people were vaccinated? Now, if you take a look at deaths, you can see you had this nice declining pattern over here, and then for like 2 or 3 months, you had really just crazy low numbers. Then in July, your numbers began to spike again. And on September 8th, that number peaked at 22,291 cases for a single day. And you can see here on October the 8th, you had 1,809 cases, with an average of 1,579 cases per day. Okay? What about deaths? Well, you can see you had a spike back here on January 27th of 92 deaths. But by December, that had basically fallen down to this crazy, single digit deaths, okay, per day. But then in July, you had this increase back up to here, which spiked at 56 deaths on September the 8th. And of course, the question is how many of these people were vaccinated here? And October 8th, that number had fallen again to 3 deaths for a single day, with an average of 12 deaths per day. Now we can continue to look here. You can see again, this is like the third spike, and since July of last year. This is the third spike since July of last year, and this was the worst one so far. You can see you had this nice low pattern of deaths during the summer. Then again in July, you begin to have this big increase in cases. But then again, began to fall back down. So you currently have 5 weeks in a row when the cases have finished below these numbers up here. But the question still remains the same. How many of these people are vaccinated here? And what you see over here is you can see again the deaths, the very low activity of weekly deaths down here for 2 or 3 months. Then all of a sudden it began to increase in mid-July, spiking after 4 weeks, peaking, and then now the last 5 weeks, last 5 weeks we've seen a decline in COVID-19 deaths in Israel. Now, if we take a look at the monthly case, you can see that August, September were the second and third most months so far for cases. Obviously, well, not obviously, hopefully, uh, COVID-19 cases for October will finish below these three numbers right here. And what about deaths? Well, again, your deaths were higher than the previous months. But hopefully, October's deaths is going to finish well below these numbers here and start a new downward trend in COVID-19 deaths in the country of Israel. Okay, Israel, thanks so much for your time today. Thanks so much for your time. We'll catch you tomorrow with an updated report. Of course, before I let you go, hey, don't forget to click on that subscribe button. Join me tonight at 8 p.m. for Dave's Data Analytics channel. Also on Twitch. Also, don't forget to click that Twitter link and follow me on Twitter today. I currently have 4 people on Twitter. I'm really trying to get this started. And follow me on Twitter. Leave a note. Tell me what type of content you'd like to see on Twitter, and I'll see what we can do. Okay.